Welcome to the new Timelines for Pages training video. In this video, we're going to go over all of the new changes that Facebook has forced upon page owners. So let's just dive right in. Okay, Facebook in 2012 has some 850 million monthly active users. That is a huge base of people, potential customers for you and your business. And of those 850 million, 483 of them are daily active users. See, these are people that log on to Facebook each and every day. And a large percentage of these people actually access Facebook through their mobile products. So these people are on the go and accessing Facebook with their smartphones and their iPads. And it is available in more than 70 languages around the world. So this is not just US based or North American based. It is absolutely 100% around the entire world. Facebook is huge and just getting bigger and bigger. Another interesting statistic is that the traffic that Facebook gets accounts for 95% of social networking time on the web. What does that mean exactly? That means that out of all of the time that people are spending on social network sites, 95% of that total time is spent on Facebook. It's because as opposed to sites like Twitter, where you just tweet and a quick 140 character sentence, Facebook people are spending an inordinate amount of time looking at other people's updates, their news feeds, looking at their videos, watching their photos. So Facebook people spend a lot of time inside of Facebook. It is not a quick in and out type of website. And that's only better and better and better for your business. Okay, so the reason we're here is because Timelines is the new layout, and you might have seen this on your profile. If you have a personal profile on And the reason we're here is because of the new Timelines layout. So if you are familiar at all with Facebook and you have a profile, then you'll know what the new Timelines is. So Timelines is a brand new layout that Facebook has started to roll out across profiles first, and as of February 29th, they decided to test it out with Pages. So this changes a lot of things inside the Pages format. So there are some things that you can't do and some things that are new that you can do. And this is why we need to let businesses understand the differences that are taking place. And as of March 31st, then every page will be forced by Facebook to change over to this new timeline. So if you don't feel like doing it right now, then you have that option from February 29th to March 31st. You can test drive, so to speak, the new Timelines layout and not publish it publicly. So you can kind of test the features and edit your page to get it ready for March 31st. But as of the 31st, everybody will be switching over. Okay, there are many new changes. One of the biggest one that people are complaining about is the lack of a default landing page. So the default landing page was a page or a tab that you could send your visitors to that maybe contained an image that said click like above and you can get access to the page. So this was a very good way to convert the traffic that was coming to your page into likes. So unfortunately, there is no way to set up a default landing page. Everybody that comes to your page will be going to the main page with a large cover image. So this large cover image is also new in the new Timelines. And the custom tabs are still there. You can still use the apps and the custom pages, but to get somebody to that page, you would have to drive traffic specifically to that URL. And those page sizes have also increased. So let's dive in and we'll get into some of these changes in more depth. So what exactly is new with the new timelines? Well, there is a fair amount. As we stated earlier, the cover image, it is a huge image that is placed on your page, and it stretches across the entire top of the page. And then the profile picture, which used to be fairly long and skinny down the left-hand side of your pages, is now a square. And the About section is a little more visible now. There is an app display, and this is basically your tabs are displayed in a more prevalent place underneath the cover image, and you're able to see a lot more of them rather than just a little link. You have a highlight feed, which allows users to choose how they want to interact with your page. There's a timeline navigation where users can choose what date they're able to go back to, and they can see deep into your page's past or your company's past. The activity feed allows users to see friends' activity on your page and whether friends have posted or not. And then we also have the friend feed. Okay, and this allows again to see more of what exactly is happening with your friends. We have pin posts and milestones and starred stories. These are all three different ways to highlight important activities or important dates or product launches and stuff like that, to highlight these and keep them on top of the page or to give them more visibility. And then private messaging is something brand new. You can message fans, and fans can message you. We'll get into that a little deeper. You can also turn that on or off. There's an admin panel that is very accessible now, right on top of the page, and you can hide or see the admin panel just by a click of the button. And then they have an activity log that shows you all of the information and activity that's happening on your pages. Okay, so we'll go into depth here and we'll go one by one with this. So this is if you haven't seen it, this is the new layout for the timelines. And the cover image is at the top here. So number one is that huge cover image displayed across the entire width of your page. Number two is the little profile picture. Three is the actual timeline itself. Okay, users can click on that on the different dates in that timeline. Number four is the About section. This tells you about the company and what category your page is listed under. And then five is the apps, and this was the thing that took over the tabs. And six is highlights. So this allows the users to engage the page differently to see if it's just their friends and other people or admins that are posting. Okay, they can choose that there. The composer is pretty much the same as it used to be. They took out links because there was no reason for having a links there, and they've added the milestone to it. And then pinned post allows you to pin a post to the top of the feed, and then friend activity allows you to see what your friends your friends and your friends how they are interacting with your page. So the cover image is obviously a lot larger than the profile pic that you used to have on your old pages, and this is located very visibly at the top, and it's 851 pixels across by 315 pixels high. So you want to make use of this cover image, and you want to use up with a striking or shocking image that represents your brand very well. But note that there are some rules to this cover image. So, as we said, it's 851 by 315 pixels, and it has a minimum width of 399 pixels, and it will be resized. Okay, but I would suggest that you use the entire 851 by 315 pixels. It's just a lot easier, and you don't want to have Facebook resize something and lose the pixelation of it. So you want it to stand out very well, and it has to obviously represent your brand, whether your brand is a product, a service, or you are branding yourself. So here are some restrictions now. You cannot put any price or purchase information on that image. Okay, and that is only the first of many. You cannot put any contact information. You can't advertise your website, a phone number, an address, or any other way to contact your company. You cannot put like or share. So before, in maybe your welcome tab on your page, you might have had a click here to like us or share this with your friends, and you are unable to do that now. And there are no calls to action, like saying sign up now or join our newsletter or visit our site. Okay, so none of these are allowed. So basically, you are just limited to your brand name and the image itself. Okay, so a couple examples here. These are really well done images. So here you see Old Spice. Okay, it's very vibrant, the colors with the tiger in the background and the volcano. Okay, and then the bar of Old Spice coming out of the volcano. And also Red Bull has another one that's very well done. Okay, so again, very, very vibrant. The colors. And you can see their logo, so you're well aware of what it is, but again, they don't have any contact information on there other than just their logo and their name. Your profile picture is that little square in the lower left-hand corner, and here we see Nike Plus. So the size of this is 180 by 180 pixels, but it gets resized to 32 to 32 pixels on the bottom left-hand side of that cover image. And this is the thing that shows up next to your posts. When you post anywhere on Facebook or anywhere on the web, you will see this little square follow you. So you want to make sure that this represents your brand very well. Okay, and this can be by way of a logo, a product, the service that you offer, or a headshot of yourself if you are the brand of the site, or a spokesperson that you have that represents your site. So a headshot is ideal if it is you. If you are branding yourself, then a headshot, a professional headshot, is ideal for this little profile picture. Okay, and as we'll see in a minute, you can creatively combine this with your cover image. Okay, so it takes a little bit of creativity to do that and still represent your brand with the image. Okay, and one good example is Ford Mustang. So you can see here that Ford Mustang has their logo, the Mustang, the horse, and it is that's in their profile pic, and then it happens to incorporate in the front grille of the Ford Mustang. Okay, so they do this very well, and they do it in a way that once you post, or they're posting across the web, you can't tell that it's just one piece of a picture. So they still have the Ford Mustang, and it still represents their brand very well, and everybody knows what it is, and you can still kind of see that it's a grille in behind the Mustang anyway. Okay, the About section is 155 characters in length, so you don't have a lot of room here, and you have to make use of that room. And you might want to include a URL. So your website address, or maybe you have an opt-in form somewhere, then you want to include the URL here. And to make it clickable, you have to make sure that you include the HTTP as a prefix to your www. Okay, so make sure that you include the HTTP in the beginning, and that will make the actual URL clickable. And if the URL is too long, so if you have a very long website address, and then you are trying to direct somebody directly to a page, well, since you only have 155 characters, then you'll want to shorten that down. And you can use a lot of different link shortening services, and one of those is Bitly. Okay, so you can just go to bitly.com or bit.ly, and it will redirect there, and you can use their service, and then you can even customize the back end of it. So it would be bitly.com/your product, for example, and they also track how many clicks you get on that. Okay, it should describe your company in this section and what you do. And again, it is kind of like Twitter, where you have a very small area to work with, few characters, so make it stand out and make it represent your company and or your products or service, and it should describe what it is exactly that your company does. So here's a little example of what the box looks like. So this is Old Spices, and they are in the health and beauty category, and you would choose that when you create your page. And it says Old Spice has 74 years of experience helping guys improve their man smells with deodorant, body wash, antiperspirant, and fragrances. So this is basically saying, we know man smells, and we know how to get rid of man smells. For 74 years we've been doing this. So the entire box itself is automatically clickable and linked back to your information page. Okay? But if you put a URL at the beginning, then that separately will go to whatever the URL is. So the URL inside the About box is clickable, and then the entire About box is clickable. Okay, this is your new app display, and this appears to the bottom right of your cover image. So this has taken the place of the links and the tabs that they used to be on the left-hand side underneath your profile pic in the old pages, and these are now thumbnails. So there are only 4 that get displayed here, and if you want more, then the user has to click this little arrow, and a drop-down box will appear, and they can choose. So what this means is that it's only these 4 that are very visible to your fans. And as we'll see in a second, the first one, photos, cannot be changed. So that means that really you only have 3. And this one shows likes, but it is not important to put likes there because you can see it elsewhere on the page, and it takes up some of the prime real estate right there. So I would suggest that you do not use likes here, that you have some other custom apps which you are able to change and customize this thumbnail. So it's 111 by 74 pixels, and you can put in an image of your choice here to make it a lot more enticing to your customers. So choose thumbnails that encourage the user to click on it. Okay, you want them to take some action, and many people are not going to click that little arrow. So if you want to change these, you can click the arrow, and then there will be a little pencil icon at the top right of the little thumbnails of the app display, and you can swap back and forth to choose which 3 appear in this location beside photos. Your highlight feed, it's in the center of the page, and it allows users to choose how they want to interact with your page. So they can see just highlights, and highlights is something that Facebook has deemed to be the most important. Okay, so basically whatever Facebook has thought to be the most relevant to your fans, that will show up first. And otherwise, you can choose post by page, which means that all you will see is what the page itself or the admins have posted on the page. And then you have posts by others. So this will allow users to see what other fans are saying about the pages and filter out what the actual page is saying. Okay, so this lets users see just what other people are saying about the brand. So you have to be very careful to always edit your posts and take care of any negative feedback that might be showing up on your page, because users now have the ability to dig fairly deeply into your page and basically see everything that somebody is posting. So this is your timeline navigation, and this allows users to click all the way through each of the different years to see what kind of activity has happened, not just on your page, but with your company. So as long as you have put something, attached a date to a specific post or a photograph, then it will create a new timeline entry, and then users are allowed to navigate through your page by way of these dates. So this allows users to dig a lot deeper into your page, so you want to make sure that you don't have anything that is negative in there. Okay, you want to go through each date, and then you as the page owner, acting as a user, you want to ask yourself, at every step of the way, at every little click that I make, does this represent my company? The way that I'm seeing this page, my page right now, does this represent my company the way that I want it to? And if it doesn't, then you want to edit that and make sure that every date and every way that a customer or a user can interact with your page is representing your company the way that you want them to see it. Okay, at the end of every month in the timeline, there is a statistic box, and this box has different statistics, which include things like how many people like your page, how many likes the page has liked. So you acting as your page, if you have liked, in this example, 16 different pages, other pages, then it will say plus 16 here. And then it also tells you who is talking about your page. And people talking about your page is the people that are engaging somehow with your page. Okay, and this can be by sharing, by commenting, by liking. Okay, so anybody that is engaging with your page. Your activity feed is actually your new wall. Okay, so they don't say wall anymore, and it's just called an activity feed. And as we've mentioned before, Facebook has an algorithm called EdgeRank, and it's EdgeRank that decides what is to be displayed when you choose the default highlights. So when highlights is chosen, then Facebook is automatically choosing which stories are going to appear to the users there. You can edit or change any of this by clicking the little pencil icon that is at the top of the right of all the posts, and this allows you to do a lot of different things with those posts, including hiding the post from the feed. You're also able to disable posting if certain fans start getting a little ornery and maybe a negative on your page. Then you can disable the ability for that fan to post on your page. So you can do that for individual fans if anybody starts spamming you. Pinning posts. Okay, pin a post. It allows you to keep an important post at the top of your activity feed for a duration of 7 days. So you want to use this to highlight very important posts. So maybe you have a really good story or feedback from a customer or something, and you want other customers to see that, so you might go ahead and pin that post. And you want to use this for things like important updates or contests or announcements. Okay, so if you release a new product, then you might want to pin a post and let people know that you have released a new product. And if you do something like a picture, then you can add links, okay, and additional info in the description. So when people click over, then they will be given the opportunity to click the link that is clickable in the description box, and that will take them away from Facebook and to your site or an opt-in form or a page on your site with the new product. Okay, and you can pin the post by clicking again the edit icon, which is the pencil icon that is located at the top right of the posts. So one of those options, once you click that pencil, will be to pin the post. Friend feed. Okay, so your friend feed is highlighting your friends' interaction and your friends' interaction with the page. Okay, this can be turned on and off, and it shows interaction from the entire social circle of your friends or your fans and their friends. So anytime that they have mentioned something about your page or they have commented on your page, then that information will show up here. So this obviously works well to increase social proof. So this obviously works very well to increase social proof, as your friends and fans will see that their friends and the fans of their friends or their friends' friends are interacting with your page. And as I mentioned, it can be turned off in the admin panel. So if you don't want this feature, there is an option to be able to turn it off. Milestones is something brand new. And milestones is just that. It is a way to set a milestone from your company. So a very historic or important date or event. And this gives you the opportunity to highlight that date or event in your page. And you can set the date of the milestones, and once you do, it will enter the timeline at that date. So even if you'd like to enter the founding time of your company, then it will automatically go to the beginning of your page. And the milestones have a lot more weight. We talked briefly about Facebook's algorithm called EdgeRank, and milestones holds a little more weight in that algorithm, so they will appear more readily in your fans' news feeds. But that doesn't mean that you should abuse them at all. They're only meant to be for very large events. You can use these for things like a new store opening, a new product launch. Obviously, when you founded your company, maybe if you started a new branch, if you have a subsidiary, if you entered another country. Okay, so any large event can be marked with these milestones. Okay, starred stories is another way that you can mark a post or a picture or a video and kind of highlight it, but it is a smaller version of milestone. So if milestone was maybe the founding of your company, then starred stories, since they stand out larger than the other stories because they spread across the entire width of your page, then they can be for things that are smaller, such as maybe a new employee of the month, maybe a little promotion that you're running at your store. Okay, maybe a really cool picture like Red Bull has. Any story that you think will attract a lot of attention and will engage people and will make your page look good to the consumer. So anything maybe community service related or something along those lines that really makes your page stand out, then you can star this and it'll stretch across the entire side of your page. And again, you can change the dates here so that they fit perfectly into your timeline. Private messaging is new. It was never available before on pages, and both fans and non-fans, are able to send messages to pages. So you want to consider carefully if you want to allow this or not, because if you have 1 million likes, then you might be getting 1 million messages, and there's absolutely no way for you to keep up with that. So this is good for smaller pages that are trying to connect with their fans and interact with them and to develop a relationship. So larger brands might want to turn this off, and that can be done in the admin panel in the back end. And pages are not able to use this to initiate a conversation. They can only respond to somebody that is sending them a message. So when somebody sends and initiates that conversation, then as a page, you are able to send back 2 messages to them. So it is not used to sell something to somebody, but it is used to build the relationship. Okay. And you with this like and trust, and then you can kind of work with that person to get them into your sales funnel or to promote your products to them at that point. But again, do not blast out a sales message when somebody contacts you. Okay, it should not be a canned message. It should be a very personal message to your customers. This is your admin panel. So this can be hidden, or it can show up at the top of your page above your cover image. So you can see this. And it's a very quick way to see any type of activity that is happening on your page. So it shows things like notifications and likes and insights and messages. So you're able to get quick access to any of these and kind of see an overview of what's happening on your page without having to kind of leave the main page as you had to before in the older pages. And in here is under the Manage tab at the top of this page is where you will get into the Edit settings or Edit page. So before you used to click edit page, here you would click manage and then edit the page from there. This is your activity log, okay, and again, this is at the top. And this basically just allows the admins or page owners to see all of the activity that's happening on their page, and it's just broken down by category. So you can view, all of your photos here, your videos here. So it just kind of puts everything into one section for you. And it allows easy access to every part of a page. Okay, so it's just a quick way to look around your entire page. All right, so timelines, as we stated at the beginning, is mandatory as of March 31st. Whether you like them or not, you will have to change over as of March 31st. Every page owner will not have the option past the 31st of March. And default landing pages, unfortunately, do not exist. And this is Facebook's way of trying to dig out more advertising dollars, because you have to now drive traffic to any welcome tabs or pages that you have made, rather than forcing people to land on that tab when they come to your page originally. And all apps should function the same as they did before. If you have an app on your page, it should translate over well, and if it doesn't, you just have to go back into the apps section. But most of the apps should function the same as they did in the old pages. And the custom page sizes have increased to about 810 pixels wide. So if you had a default landing page or a like reveal page, then you will notice now when you go to that page that it's actually smaller than the entire width of the page. So you either have to center it, or you have to increase the size of it so that it fills the entire page. And you better embrace the changes or become obsolete. Facebook is not going to change back. So timeline seems like it's here to stay. They figure that it gives pages a better way to represent their company, and to be able to see, gives customers the ability to see an overview of their entire business, and from the beginning, up until now, rather than scrolling through older posts all the time. So Facebook thinks it's a better idea, and only time will tell, but you have to change to the new timeline pages. So embrace the changes and get used to them, and start playing around with it before the 31st of March, when you will have to change over. That's it for this video on timeline training strategies.